Hey guys, it's Kelsey and it is kit share time. So I have the layouts that I've made this month using my How to Kill a Kit with Style. So you guys know I used 1 Canoe 2 Goldenrod this month, and I guess we'll go through everything I've left over at the end, but I think I started with 7 full sheets of 12 by 12 and I ended up with 9 layouts. So I think that's pretty good. I have the first one covered up because you guys haven't seen it yet. It is for an upcoming hop. So I thought I'd give you a little sneak peek, but I don't want to show it yet because that is part of a collaboration. So we do have the Secret Not Secret telephone hop coming round 2. You guys had a really good response to the first one. I thought it was a really fun concept that Christy came up with, where you start with a layout and someone scrap lifts it and passes it to the next person, and no one sees the original layouts or the ones before, only the one before or the one right before them. So round 2 is coming up. I started off our team. So starting October 10th, there will be another round of the telephone hop. Well, you will see my original layout, who I passed it to, then we'll post the next day with their scrap lift of mine, and so on, so we can see how it kind of morphs. So I don't want to show you guys the layout because obviously people are still scrap lifting at this point and don't know what the original looks like. So that's why there's a little bit of secrecy here, but you will see it coming up. I just want to give you a little bit of sneak peek because I thought that part was really cute. Boop. Just see a little embellishment cluster. But that's all I'm going to show you of that layout. I'm sorry, you'll just have to wait and see on October 10th when the telephone hop goes live. I'm really proud of the layout I started out with, and I can't wait to see what my team ended up doing with it. So yeah, just stay tuned for that one. It'll be worth it. So that was layout 1 that you guys had not seen yet. I had posted layout 2, and this is kind of the ones that you've seen from there. So layout 2 was not for a challenge or anything. I think I just wanted to dig into this kit. I really liked this background paper. And I really wanted to get these photos scrapped because I'm kind of hopping all over the place during my Hawaii vacation, but I'm trying to semi-do it in order even though I'm jumping around, and I kept skipping this page, which was in the very early part of the trip, because I didn't know how to do this whole me over me. Because if you saw the process video, I'm here on this photo, but I like this photo of me better, but I didn't want to not use this photo because it had my mom and my brother in it, so I kind of found a way to overlap it and have like a line covering my head. Anyways, so there wasn't a challenge for this one, but I kind of liked how it came together. I didn't use a whole lot of paper. I really just used this 12 by 12, and the photos take up a large part of the real estate, so I just embellished on top of that. So that's the first one, just talking about the 50-foot swell that rolled into Hawaii while we were there, and you can see the caution tape. We weren't allowed to go into the water because it was so severe. There are still some psycho surfers out there surfing those waves, and I don't know how they didn't get injured. Layout 3 was for Mercy Tiara's Summer Inspiration Series, the challenge to scrap lift a member. So I did scrap lift this one from Dorothy. I loved her original. If you saw this process video, I will have linked her original, I guess, in that video, or you can just watch the hop from the Mercy Tiara group. But I loved what she did, so I basically just, whoop, that kind of all got wonky. What happened to my page? There we go. I basically just scrap lift hers. So if you like this one, you should definitely check out her original. It was super inspiring. I did get to use this little whale coupon. I have some other ones left over. So when we got our rental car, they gave us these little coupons for the Maui Ocean Center. And it's a humpback whale, and we went and saw humpback whales. So I thought it was the perfect little die cut. So I'm really glad I got that on here. But yeah, so there is that layout. That was number 3. Number 4 was for Scraptember. I was a guest designer, so this was a lot of fun too. I used Redefine Creative's little heart cut file here, backed it with some 6x6 papers with this kind of overall scenic look, and then I just layered the photos with a lot of little bits and pieces, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I got these little bumblebees on here, a bunch of those chipboard hearts, some glassine bags and doilies, and I just think it turned out really cute. So I was really pleased with this one. I think it has a lot of really cool dimension with this cut file popped up on some foam. I see people do that a lot, so now I really like doing it with my cut files. But I think that shadow just adds a whole nother level. So that was pretty cool. This one is number 5, which was for off the board with pattern paper hop video. So you guys will have seen this one semi-recently, I believe, because I think we are posting the last Wednesday of every month. So in my original sketch that I had pinned from Pinterest, this was actually a 2-page sketch, and I took this page and then I rotated it to then get my inspiration for this page. So I really liked it because the way the layers were put together, I could use scraps and 6x6 papers and still get this large layery look. Looks like I used a lot of large layers, when in reality there's a seam here, and these are 6x6 scraps, and there's a huge gap between this blue piece, and if you saw the process video you would have seen all of that. But I really like kind of how it came together. I think it looks a little bit more cleaner than the past couple I had done. I did just do a little embellishment cluster here to cover up the remainder part of that seam where I pieced together these 6x6 papers, and then I did just fussy cut this floral out of one of the 6x6 pads to start this little cluster down here. But I think that turned out really, really cute. So there is that page. And then number 6 was for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club Color Play Challenge. So I was just supposed to use the color scheme I had picked were primary colors, so red, yellow, and blue. I didn't want to do like the straight up like kindergarten. Someone had said, I like how you did the primary colors without making it kindergarten-y. So I'm glad I could kind of pull in those colors without using, you know, the red, the yellow, and the blue we think of. It really had nothing to do with me. It was just the paper I was using for this month. That's how the colors looked. But I did try and make sure I pulled in, you know, all these little bits of yellow in with this blue and this red to kind of get this overall vibe. But I thought it was appropriate. This Biotin Temple is red with yellow, and then you have the blue sky and everything. So I thought that was really appropriate. I got this bicycle on here. Trying to use up some icons I thought would kind of be difficult. For whatever reason, I felt like I could use them on this page just fine, even though we didn't really see any bicycles here. But I took the opportunity, since I'm using the strawberry print, to get some of the more red embellishments on here, because there's not a whole lot of red in this collection. So while I was using a big background paper with red, I figured I would get those on here. But this one was pretty simple. I mean, I'll be straight up, it was not... I didn't do too much to it, but I like how it turned out. And I think using this kind of scenic 6x6 paper just as a big background for embellishment is a great way to use these papers. You guys have seen me struggle over the course of this month using up the more scenic type papers. So that's an easy way to use that. It's just as a background for a bigger embellishment cluster. So there's that one. And then this is part 2. So these go together. They're not like coordinating, but they're both the same temple, so they'll be next to each other in the book. And so this one was for a sketch challenge, I believe, and it was, oh yeah, this is the Redefined Creative Secret Not Secret Kit Club sketch of the week. So every Thursday there's a sketch. This was the one for, I guess, last week by the time you see this video, and I did just invert it just because for whatever reason the way I cut my circle ended up on that side, and yeah, worked out fine. And then I also did use a pop culture reference to go along with another challenge for the Scraptacular Cropping Club. So Adventures Out There obviously is a very famous Up line. I thought it was perfect just because we all are all about the adventure when we go on our vacations. So pulled in this glittery gold for the first time. I thought it was really weird and wrong pulling it in because everything else so far has kind of been that more matte gold foil, so pulling in the glitter gold with this collection was a little weird. But I thought it was perfect. I really needed just a thicker, I could spell out my own words, because of course the thicker set I'd been using this month are pre-written titles, and this was the only gold one I had that I had all the letters I needed. But I do really like it because it's on blue foam, so it looks really good with this paper where I have this navy paper anyways. So you just saw me sprinkle those dots all along this bigger cluster and then use a little asterisk up here as embellishment. And then all throughout this month you guys have seen me try and cheat the system with getting these 12 by 12s to really stretch. So this blue navy floral is the B-side of this paper, and I literally cut this circle out of it, flipped it over, and then re-glued it down to this. So it looks like I used a lot of different papers when really the background is just one big paper I pieced together. So yeah, and then other than that, I just pieced together some ephemera. You guys have seen me also make a lot of my own tags. This month, I think I did on this page too. On a couple pages, I made my own tags with the 6x6 paper, so that's a really great way to use scraps too. And you get coordinating tags out of it, and it's really not that difficult. I don't know why I hadn't been doing that more often. But yeah, I like how this one turned out too. So this one is, this was the Secret Not Secret Kit Club Scrap Lift Member Challenge. So this was when I scrap lifted Sandy Reversky, who is State Goddess here on YouTube. And it actually was based off a sketch that Moira posted, and she just let me know it was from the Mercy Tiara Inspiration Winter series. So I did go back and try and find it, but I looked in the summer series, and this was from the winter series. So that's why this looks familiar. I didn't use this particular sketch during that challenge series, so I couldn't quite place where it was from, but that's kind of where Sandy based her layout off of, but I really love what she ended up with. So then I took her layout to scrap lift, and this is what I ended up with. So by this point I had ran out of the 12x12 papers, and I only had scraps and my 6x6 paper pad. So I did pull out this constellation paper from One Canoe 2 Creekside collection to do kind of piece together my background, and then just a cheap piece of, like, you know, white paper to fill in the gap and glue everything down to. And then everything else is just scraps that I layered on top. I used a lot of stickers from the hashtag sticker book, and then some puffy stickers, and it came together pretty easily. So got to get this Lazy Day title. I just love these little lemon puffy stickers too. So yes, there's a process video for that. I think there's process videos for everything except for this final one. I literally just finished before filming this, so I don't have a process video for it yet. If you want a process video, let me know. I did film it, I just haven't done anything with it yet because it was another one of those hodgepodgey type layouts. I do like how it ends up, it's just not my favorite out of all of them, but I really do want to show you how this came together with having no 12x12s left, because you can see I took the one scrap left from this paper, twisted around and planted on this page, and then I just took scraps that I had from the previous 12x12s that I had gutted from behind the photo areas, and 6x6 paper pad to piece together this layout so it looks like the whole page is covered with pattern paper when really I didn't have a full sheet to work with. So that was interesting. This layout kind of controlled me versus the other way around because I pieced the background together however I could get my scraps to work, and then I was left with this kind of jigsaw puzzle where I just had to cover up whatever gaps were not covered. So this scrap here ends here. There was this giant gap right there, and there was also a chunk cut out here, so there's a big gap here. So after I pieced together, and there's like nothing behind these photos either other than the navy spot, so I kind of was just left with, okay, I have most of a 12x12, but now I have to figure out how to cover all of these gaps up. So I started off right away by putting this tag up here to cover that main gap, but that kind of looked weird by itself, so I tried to just make an embellishment cluster. And then I had this big gap here over the photos, so I started with an embellishment cluster here, and then I just built out from there. So let me know if you want this process video. I haven't deleted it yet, so I can give it to you, but it wasn't too difficult of a page. It was a jigsaw puzzle of a page to try and figure out how all the pieces would go together to cover the gaps and still look like a full layout. So yeah, but this is about, I'll just tell you, I'll tell you if I do the process video, I'll talk about it, but this is the banyan tree in Lahaina Square in Maui. So this is right where our boat left to go on our whale watching tour. So we were kind of hanging out around this tree while we were waiting for our time and our boat to be ready to go. So this is like amazing. This banyan tree was planted in 1873, and banyan trees, I didn't know this, the trunks grow down. So I don't know how it originally started or planted. I'm sure I could have Wikipedia'd it or something before starting this video, but it's crazy. This one tree has 16 main trunks. So you can see all these dangly bits in this tree. Maybe I should hold it up so you guys can see. Google banyan trees after this because it's crazy. There's all these dangly bits coming down from the trees. Those are like roots that grow down from the branches into the soil. and then they form new trunks. So you have the main stalk of this tree here, but this tree covers 0.66 acres. So over half an acre, this one tree stretches, because you can see where all these trunks over here, all these trunks, and even this, the main tree, like these are two photos. So here I'm looking at this photo and I turn to the side, this trunk is like over here off the photo, and you still see all these trunks because these roots grow down and just form new trunks. And so it's amazing. Banyan trees, I mean, crazy. And seeing this one was just, so I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. I still had this Better Together chipboard title from the thicker sheet. I didn't quite know how I would make that work in reference to this tree, but then I was like, hey, it has 16 trunks and they're better together because they make this awesome tree. So I just titled it 16 Trunks Better Together. Anyways, if I do a process video, I'll probably go in depth. Just let me know if you want it or not, but that is the final and 9th layout. So I thought that was pretty good. I've definitely done more in my How to Kill a Kit with Style, but I thought that was good for only having 7 sheets to start with, because I only had 7 12 by 12s to begin with. So just let me set this aside and then I'll go over what's left. So out of my 12 by 12s, this is what's left. I have 2 branding strips and a piece of a branding strip that I used as a little scallopy border on one of the pages. So I have those left. All the other branding strips got used and are on pages. I have this little scrap of the plaid that's also the strawberry. So I have that scrap left, as well as this blue, navy, and the pink, which was a scrap from the very first layout. So I still have that left over. And then, sorry, Marcus is playing games with his friends, if you can hear him in the other room. And then the sky background, I just had one little scrap left of that. So those are my 12 by 12 scraps. I think I did pretty good. Out of my 6 by 6 paper pad, I mean, I started with 36 sheets, but I mean, you guys know I told you when I started that I'd made a couple layouts using the 6 by 6 paper pad. So I didn't start with all 36 sheets for this month. I have most of the branding strips in here. I did use a couple for little banners here and there, but I still have most of the branding strips, you can see. But out of the full sheets, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and only 1 out of 4 scenic pictures. I thought that was pretty good. I got 3 out of the 4 of the scenic pictures used up. What did I just say? 8. So 8 out of 36. Granted, I know I used some of them prior to this month, but no repeating patterns. I mean, I got every pattern used up and then some. So those are all the full sheets I have left. And then out of all the scraps, I mean, I have a bit of scraps, but you guys know I'm a gutting maniac, so I'm gonna save everything. That's a bit of a branding strip. But yeah, I didn't think I did too bad. If I had more time, I feel like I definitely could have gotten in another page or two, just with using these scraps. So maybe you'll see that next month if I want to make another page using this. But this is the 6 by 6 paper pad, and this is the 12 by 12 I have left. So that's paper wise. Oh, I guess that's not completely true. I do have the cut aparts from the 6 by 6 that I put in with my die cuts because I was going to use them as die cuts. I have quite a few of the cut aparts left from the 6 by 6. I mean, I used a few of them, but I had the ephemera pack, and the ephemera pack was adorable, so I really leaned more on that when I needed to embellish. But I did cut apart the cut aparts, so I had them to use if I felt like it. So I guess that's all the paper stuff, 6 by 6 and 12 by 12. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't use more of these puffy stickers. These are really, really cute, and they're definitely still going to get to be used. Especially because I have the hashtag sticker book, so they're gonna coordinate. I might actually stuff this into my hashtag sticker book. I think I used maybe like 1/3 of them. Almost all the hearts. I did use a lot of the more random ones I thought I might have a hard time with. I used some of the fruit, the bumblebee. I used almost all the sunglasses and almost all the hearts. But yeah, they made it on a few pages. I'm just surprised I didn't use more. And then out of the ephemera, I felt like I used a good bit of ephemera, but I still feel like I have a good bit back. These postcards are super, super cute. I really liked them when I first opened the pack, you guys saw. But they're just kind of big for the types of clusters I was doing. So I still will definitely use them. I think these are really, really cute, but they just didn't make it on the pages I worked with. And then I have these orange tangerines and a few orange embellishments. I just didn't pull any orange in. I think, I mean, it goes with the collection, it does, but there's just not orange anywhere else. So I just kind of struggled with using the orange bits. Black sunglasses are left over. I used all the other sunglasses, a black pencil. You guys saw me a few times try and use this little hand trowel. Never made it on there. I didn't get the orange popsicle on there. And then there's 4 packets of seeds I thought were really cute, but just didn't really have a way to use them. I tried really hard to get them onto that last layout with the tree, just because I figured it's a plant and these are plant like seeds, but it didn't make it on there. So yeah. I got one little succulent plant left. There were a lot of plants that came in the ephemera. I got all of them used up except for this adorable little succulent. I don't know why this is the last one left, but I will use it. There's also succulents on the puffy stickers and the cut aparts, so I know I'll be able to get it on a page and have it make sense because it'll be around the page in different places. Little typewriter I didn't get used up. A slice of watermelon, again. Just, there's a lot of fruit in this collection. There's a whole lot of fruit, and I tried to get as much of it I could on the layouts. I used a lot of the lemons and stuff, but didn't get to the watermelons. This tag, how adorable. You guys know I love this tag when I opened it, but it's on black, and I love that it's on black, but there's not black in the rest of the layout. It's all navy. So I felt like, I just felt weird using this on a layout with navy. I think navy and black, you can make it work. I think it's just me. I couldn't put it together and have it look good. So I still have the tag. I will use this. This is super cute, but it did not make it on this layout. Again, you guys saw me try and use this sweet little strawberry tag. I mean, it's adorable. I just never got to use it. I think because it's circular and it's big. If it was a smaller circle, I think I could have made it work. But yeah, I didn't get to it. And then I still have the flat stickers. I still have love, hello, and summer. Summer I didn't use because we went in the spring to Hawaii, so it wasn't summer. So I scrapped all Hawaii pictures, so that's why that one didn't get used up. As far as these two, I tried a couple times to use them, but I have these really cute chipboard thickers that I'll get to in a moment, and I'd rather use those for my titles than these flat bits. So these will get on future layouts whenever I probably run out of chipboard pieces, because these are cute titles. I just think the chipboard ones are cuter. So that's all the ephemera. I think that's everything other than the sticker book and the chipboard. So chipboard I did pretty good. I think I used it on almost every layout. So I still have the S left from Lazy Days because you guys saw I made it plural and I just did Lazy Day. I don't know why I just don't throw away the S, I just can't. So I have a random S up there. And then I just have the rest of the titles. Again, all the orange stuff is still on here. I just felt weird doing orange. I'll use them at some point, even if it's not with this collection. But I just couldn't make myself do orange with these pages that I did this month. I have Create left over, which again was super cute, but I really only used one yellow title. The rest of them I preferred the other colors. So yeah, I didn't make Create work. And then Dream, I'm sure I could have made work, but I just liked the other titles better. So I wasn't hurting for titles. Some of these I just didn't get to because I used these on almost every page and they just didn't make enough pages to get to all of them. But these were really fun to use. They went with the collection really, really well, and I definitely will continue using these until they're gone. Again, another summer. It wasn't summer, so we couldn't really do that one. But that is the thicker sheet, and then I have, you know, a butt ton of my hashtag sticker book because there are, you know, almost 1,200 stickers in here, but I tried to use a good bit of them on every page. Words, hearts, plus signs, hearts. I mean, the hearts always go first. I used a few of these sheets. Nothing on this page, is mostly stars. I mean, the globe's really cute, but I had a bunch of other globes I pulled in on the pages I wanted to pull globes in on. So another heart. I mean, the hearts are gonna be out of this like really soon. Used a lot on this page. This girl, the hearts, the globes, a few of these banners, this leaf, which was this on this. Did I do this month? Surely I did. I don't know. There's a leaf gone. I don't think it was on any of the pages I just showed you though. A bunch of words, Nothing on this page, nothing on this page. I'm surprised because there's hearts that are ripe for the picking. I used a few of these little label-y tabs. Nothing on that page, nothing on that page. I have the whole alphabet left. I think this goes better with Saturday afternoon because Saturday afternoon and Goldenrod are the two collections that are in the sticker book, although it'll cross over many collections to come, I'm sure, as well as previous collections. But with, I have these sticker sheets and everything else, I just didn't feel like I needed this title for this collection. Nothing from here, that's Saturday afternoon stuff anyways. This, I think, is a lot of the stuff that was, these two sticker sheets are flat stickers in this booklet with the colors changed. So that's nice. All the colors that I had, this was this page, but the colors are flopped. So that's kind of nice. I used a few hearts, but I have all these letters left over. If I wanted to use one of these titles, I would have used the chipboard version. So that's why those are left over. I used some gold foil, some of the hearts, and then this gold foil banner. This is Saturday afternoon, so I didn't pull that in. These cute little hunter boots, another heart. Nothing on this page, I don't think, although these colors are the Goldenrod colors. Banner, a circle. Nothing on that page, nothing on that page. It's Saturday afternoon. I got a banner done here. Nothing on this page, I don't think, and a circle here. So, almost every page I got something used up, and out of 9 layouts, I feel like I did use quite a bit. But this, I'm gonna make this go and go because I still have the first one with a good bit in it. So I love my One Canoe 2 hashtag sticker books. In my opinion, and it is only my opinion, I'm sure, those are the best hashtag sticker books. I love them so much. But yeah, so that is what's left over, and that's what I made. I'll tell you right now, I will not be doing How to Kill a Kit with Style for next month, just because I have nothing planned out, and all the collections I've been using, I've been hoarding for myself and for Hawaii, and Bennett's albums has really suffered because I've not been able to work on it, because these collections are specifically I'm picking to do my own Hawaii stuff, and I need to get more Bennett stuff done. So next month, expect some more Bennett stuff, but I also didn't want to restrict myself to a certain amount of supplies. I've been doing this whole year. I think there's only 1 month this whole year so far that I haven't done How to Kill a Kit with Style. So I just wanted 1 month where I could pick whatever collection I wanted to use with at once, and I'll be back. I love How to Kill a Kit with Style. This is such an amazing thing to be a part of that, Sarah has started. So I'll be back, but just to give you a heads up, I won't be doing it next month. There is a video tomorrow, which is an amazing collaboration. Oh, it's a hop and it's a collaboration. It's amazing. Just wait until you guys see. I use Felicity Jane. I'm really excited. So, yes. So yeah, tomorrow, next month, you'll see I have a lot of stuff going on. I have a lot of collaborations going on. I just won't be doing How to Kill a Kit with Style, but I'll still be here. So thanks you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this month. I had a blast using these products. Make sure you check out everybody else who is doing How to Kill a Kit with Style. I will link everybody, but you can also search the hashtag as always. So I will see you guys tomorrow with a video. Let me know if you want to see that one process video I didn't get to, and I'll work on it. But yeah, stick around because there's fun stuff coming up this month. I love you guys. Bye.